guys, welcome back to Behind the Apron podcast. I'm your host, Cassie, and this is Reality Check, Please. If you haven't already seen the Iris and Pepe interview with Nick Viall on the Viall Files, it released this morning and we already listened to it. It's such a good listen. It's only an hour long, it's not too lengthy. Nick and Natalie have such an amazing team, they have such an amazing podcast, and they know how to ask the right questions without it getting kind of too boring. And this episode was just that. It was actually great to the point they asked not too many of the same questions that we've already heard other podcasters ask. It gets kind of repetitive and boring when these major podcasts that all these islanders go on are getting asked the same questions, and it's like, okay, I've heard this already. Why do I have to hear someone else if they're going to ask the same questions and they're going to give the same answers? This one was actually pretty refreshing, and we're going to get into it. So it starts off pretty casual. Nick and Natalie ask Iris why or how she got onto the show. She said, just like Pepe, that she was scouted. She thought it was the perfect opportunity. She's wanted to find love. She thought that it was a once in a lifetime kind of chance. And she figured this is a great social experiment. Chances are, if they are going to cast her, then they're going to match somebody in the villa for her. I think that a lot of dating shows like these, like Love is Blind, they tend to do something similar. All these people will audition and they go through the casting process. They have to have some sort of like matching system to ensure that your person is there. They wouldn't waste their time on people and just kind of throw them in the ring without having like the science behind it, I guess. So she believed with her whole heart that, you know what, if I go in there, then it's meant to be, then I'm going to more than likely find my person. Nick or Natalie asked her how she was able to kind of have such a good head on her shoulders. Iris says she's the oldest of three sisters and that her dad always told her to kind of let life take care of itself, kind of like you reap what you sow. Natalie asked her how she was able to kind of just hold herself together throughout the entire like hood of it all early on. Iris basically said that her dad has always told her, like, let karma fix itself out. Like, don't get involved. Life will kind of work out the way it's supposed to. Not that Huda got her karma, but kind of just to let life and I guess God take care of it. And don't do anything like vengeful. And to that same point, Natalie asks her, did Huda ever tell you the things that she said about you early on when you came into the show? And she says, no, I had to find out like after that. Huda did tell her though before she left that she did say some things. She didn't say what, and she didn't necessarily apologize. Iris just made it seem that, Huda let her know that she did say some things about her and that she really loved their friendship and how it changed over time. Nick and Natalie asked Pepe and Iris how their relationship and friendship kind of unfolded. Pepe said that from the moment she walked in, Pepe, Iris, and Jalen were always real close because they all walked in together. Pepe said there's kind of like this unspoken rule of bombshells not exploring bombshells, at least within the first recoupling. And he always kind of had Iris in like a little box and they never thought to explore. He did say she always was attractive. He did say that he always found her attractive. And I mean, we kind of all know that I'm obsessed with Iris. We are an Iris stan fan over here. And so I think that that is truly like what happened. Like, I think that's why it's just so beautiful, their relationship, because they truly had such a strong friendship that when the moment came that they needed to recouple and kind of forced into like exploring each other, given that it was so late into the season, that it worked so well. Nick and Natalie both say that they spoke to TJ when he left the villa and he was kind of surprised, obviously a little hurt that Iris and Pepe coupled up, but that at the end of the day, he knew that that was the name of the game and that he was respectful at the end of the day. TJ did say that he was kind of surprised that, a lot of people didn't stand up for him. Natalie did ask her though, who was one person that you thought was going to stand behind you and TJ? And she said, Sierra, which I think is kind of, we all saw it. It was kind of obvious how close Sierra and Iris were in the villa. So I think it was very surprising. We all saw that viral screen grab of Sierra kind of side eyeing Iris in the recoupling when it kind of dawned on Iris that TJ was going home. Iris was kind of just very shocked. She said she still to this day didn't really understand, other than, yeah, like she stood behind Nick, but she just at that moment, I think she started to kind of like distance herself from the girls. but she also kind of snapped out of it, and she knew that like she couldn't dwell on it too much because that was just the name of the game. She did share on other podcasts that she actually was very close and considered leaving when TJ did, because she thought that she didn't have, or she wasn't going to have anyone else to kind of couple up with. She was very realistic in understanding that they were at the end of basically the season almost, but that the staff and production kind of convinced her to stay, and they kept telling her, you never know, like there could be something here. So it makes me wonder if Pepe and Iris are also a match on paper. What do you guys think? To finish it off and wrap it up, Pepe actually addressed what really happened that night that TJ was sent home. And when he invited Iris to sleep in his bed, Iris had actually said that somebody had taken a nap in her bed and got like spray tan all over her bed sheets. And she was telling Pepe about it because they slept right next to each other. And that's when Pepe told her, do you want to sleep in here? What we didn't see is when Pepe said, and I'll sleep in your bed. So Nick and Natalie actually asked her, like, what? Like, who's sleeping in your bed if it wasn't you? Pepe then said that they're actually allowed to take naps at times, and the girls are not allowed to take naps in the bed. So I'm assuming that the guys are. So that kind of leaves us with the burning question: what guy do you think is using spray tan? Drop all your comments down below. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Share all your hot takes down below. Do you think Iris and Pepe are endgame? Because I truly do. And we'll catch you in the next one. Happy Friday.